lawyer to the White House.
You know, it almost seems, and I guess I'm not somebody to psychoanalyze anybody, but he's made a couple of statements about being a one-term president lately. He said, yeah, there are a lot of days where I say one term is enough, that, you know, his daughters are not invested in daddy being president, or his wife's not invested in her husband being president. I can't remember any president suggesting that when they were thinking about running for re-election.
Well, and I think this is one instance, Sean, where the American people would agree with Barack Obama. I think they're taking a look at him, they're putting him in the balance and finding him wanting. And I don't think that he has the public support right now for a second term. This will be a very difficult election for this president, and that's why we need to have a candidate who's going to take him on and hold him accountable for his failed policies.
Let's go to another comment that he made. I want to show this to you in an interview, how ATM machines are contributing to the high unemployment. It's almost shocking that this is a belief system of his, but let's roll the tape.
There are some structural issues with our economy where a lot of businesses have learned to become much more efficient with a lot fewer workers. You see it when you go to a bank and you use an ATM. You don't go to a bank teller. Or you go to the airport and you're using a kiosk instead of checking in at the gate. So all these things have created changes in the economy.
Kiosk, ATM, wait a minute. Don't companies have to come up with the technology? Don't they have to sell them to the banks? Don't they create jobs manufacturing those things? Doesn't somebody have to, you know, fill those with paper and maintain them? Does he understand economics? This is revealing to me. What did you think?
Well, of course it's revealing. You're absolutely right. It's reminiscent of when the president said that we needed to inflate our tires in order to be able to save money, and that's how we're going to deal with our energy crisis.
No, and get tune-ups. You forgot that. You got to inflate your tires and get a tune-up.
That's right. Fuel economy standards. What this evidence is, again, is that the president is not only out of touch, he has no basis of understanding how to deal with the economy, much less the energy crisis. When it comes to the energy crisis, for instance, the president doesn't even have an energy plan. He has a politically correct environmental policy. But the economy is what the people are very nervous about, because people in many ways, unfortunately, are losing hope. They're looking at their housing values right now. And they normally in an economy, when we have a recession, people move to where the jobs are. But now people are having a very difficult time selling their homes. Yeah. And we're not hearing from the president that he even begins to understand this horrific situation that a lot of Americans are in. It's really shocking, Sean, the lack of empathy that this president has. I talk to people. I care about people. I'm in my district. I've gone into restaurants, for instance, where restaurant owners are cutting back their number of employees because they know Obamacare is about to come into place, and they had 60 employees, but they're firing 10, so they come under 50 employees because they don't want to come under Obamacare. Yeah. The president has no understanding of what's happening in real people's lives.
You know, Debbie Wasserman Schultz recently said two things. One, she actually is out there trying to sell the idea that Obama fixed the economy. And then the second thing she actually said, and I think this will come back to haunt her and the president, that we own the economy. Fine. That means their deficits, their debt, their reckless spending, their unemployment. It's all theirs. And I agree with that. They can't blame George Bush anymore. So I think that's going to be a big part. Let me ask you one last question. You have battled establishment Republicans for a long time. Mm-hmm. It has made you a Tea Party favorite. Do you think this race is going to come down, the primary in the end, a battle between establishment and more Tea Party-oriented people like yourself?
Well, people really do care about this country. That's the good news. And, Sean, one thing that I've always done is I've tried to put principle over party. I'm proud to be a Republican, very proud, but I also put principle above that. And the marvelous thing about the Tea Party is the fact that it is made up of a broad-based coalition of Democrats and independents and libertarians and people who've never been political at all. People mistakenly think the Tea Party is the right wing of the Republican Party. It's a broad coalition of people who love the United States of America and want the country to do well for their children, too, and they're very nervous about that right now.
All right, Congresswoman, congratulations on your announcement, and we look forward to seeing you a lot during the campaign. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.